Huddle up, Steelers Nation. It's Steelers Chalk Talk. I'm Tank. He is the former NFL quarterback, Mike McMahon. Mike, we got to talk about, well, the big offseason for the Steelers. Your quarterback, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, future Hall of Famer, and we're going to get into Juju, too. Ben Roethlisberger had one of his best seasons last year, Mike, statistically. 33 touchdowns, 3,800 yards passing. He had an incredible season coming off a bad elbow, and close to 700 yards in the last 2 games. 700 yards, and some of you out there in Steelers Nation are saying, he's done, get rid of that Ben Roethlisberger. Are you out of your mind?
You know, you got to protect Ben from Ben, but what they did was they plugged the hole. They plugged the hole in the boat that's sinking. You know, with his contract, with that number, they're going to have to take that cap hit. And instead of taking it all this year, they were able to spread it out, and they're going to be able to take that for the next 4 years now. Ben takes a little bit of a pay cut, you know, it kind of renegotiates it, but again, it plugs the hole of the sinking ship. Therefore, it gives them some extra room to get some other guys to sign this year.
You know what? What an unselfish thing for Ben Roethlisberger to, well, defer his contract, as it were. Let's get into this conversation. So many of you out there in Steelers Nation, he's done, is that elbow of his, that Ben Roethlisberger. Are you crazy? He was throwing pinpoint balls last season. Second best passing season for him after coming off a year on the bench, Mike. And people are talking about getting rid of Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, and that's the thing. You know, the best option the Steelers have right now is Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, they could have tried to go out and get another guy. The only other person I really would have liked would have been Sam Darnold, and now he's with the Carolina Panthers, who I actually like as a dark horse. But going back to Ben, last season, he did a great job as far as accuracy when he threw the ball on time. Now, that's the thing. You know, people are like, he doesn't have the arm strength to go downfield. Well, yeah, he doesn't have the arm strength to pump the ball 4 times and then run around the scramble and then throw it up. He's going to be a little bit more on time, get the ball out quick, but also utilize some play action with Matt Canada coming in as the offensive coordinator, utilize the play action, protect Ben from throwing the ball, 45 times a game, and get that number down to about 25, 30 tops.
Randy Fichtner did no justice to Ben Roethlisberger last year. You know, that dunk and dink pass for 2 or 3 games, you can surprise some people. But Mike, we saw it bear bad fruit starting in Buffalo. When you're dropping, Mike played in the NFL at quarterback, not water boy like me. When you're dropping back 1,001, 1,002, 1,003 consistently, what do the defensive backs do? What do the corners do?
The number one thing was they were emptying the backfield the entire time. So therefore, everyone knows they have to throw. Ben doesn't have the legs he used to. He doesn't have the scrambling ability he used to have. He's not as fast. You look at Josh Allen, he's got that ability for the Buffalo Bills, but Ben doesn't have that anymore. Everyone knows he's not going to run the football. So now the D ends, the D tackles are pinning the ears back. They're going to that spot, and it's making the offensive line's job much harder. Therefore, Ben has to get rid of the ball quicker, because if they bring that one extra guy, he's going to get hit in the mouth. Therefore, when they do bring that extra blitzer, the defensive backs realize, hey, that ball's coming out hot, fast. They're going to sit right around 7 to 8 yards and dare you to go deep. And yeah, it's a difficult throw. You can kind of get off your back foot and throw one up, but that's a very difficult pass to complete, especially if they're bringing that zero blitz. So when the teams realize they're throwing it hot, short, slant routes, crossing routes, everything underneath, the DBs are going to squat, and they're going to basically dare you to throw it deeper down the field. When I was with the Vikings near the end of my career, Brad Johnson was our quarterback, and he was a great quarterback, great on timing, very accurate, but teams started to dare to him to throw the ball deep. And they said, look, we're going to squat at 10, and if he wants to go deep, he's going to have to go deep. We got our safeties that can kind of knock it out, but they knew he couldn't scramble around and make that big-time throw. Ben still has that ability. If he goes back 5 with a little hitch and a throw, and he throws it to 42 to 45 yards downfield, where most deep balls on a go route is expected to be caught, if he throws it on time, he's got the arm strength to get it down the field, and he's got the accuracy. The number one thing is Ben just has to be protected by the offensive coordinator and Matt Canada. Have the run game, utilize play action pass. They have an offensive coordinator that protects the quarterback with the run game, the play action pass. It protects not only the offensive line, it protects the quarterback, and it makes things more difficult on the defense. They have to guess: are they going to run it? Are they going to throw it?
You mean
Is
a
it the play
balanced
effect?
offense?
Exactly.
A balanced offense.
And what happens is the oldest quarterback in the NFL last year, Tom Brady, won his 7th Super Bowl with a balanced offense and a lot of play action pass.
Look, I can't say it enough. You've had 2 horrible offensive coordinators back to back. Todd Haley, Romeo Cornell with the Browns came out with a statement. Wait, you tell him what he said.
I don't know. You're the one.
Anyway, Romeo Cornell, as you know, famously took Todd Haley up to Cleveland. They were on that NFL show on HBO, and Haley made a jerk of himself. Basically, they ran Haley out of Cleveland before the end of the season. Romeo Cornell, a former head coach there at the Brownies, said, worst decision I ever made was bringing in Haley. Enough said there. Randy Fichtner, look, a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's no offensive coordinator. Everybody saw that, even though despite 11 wins in a row, that was premised upon talent. Your quarterback, some great wide receivers, a great defense.
And a great schedule that was set up for you guys. They really didn't play a winning team until they faced the Colts.
And there you have it. So, moving forward with your offense, Ben, thanks for coming back. Thanks for taking the pay cut. You're a man amongst men.